Welcome to our guests. We are having a lot of fun. So we are going to do something a little different. We normally do Sunday nights at 7 o'clock. We normally do role play, but today we are actually going to be doing AI scripting. So I'm going to it's more of a teaching session for you guys because, our role playing is all about scripts. And although we give you access to a full scripting library, I wanted to really just show you guys as more AI is coming down, a lot of this is ChatGPT. Okay. So don't worry about it. Very, very easy to use. There's two kind of ways you want to look at this, all right? But the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is to sort of give you, instead of scripting, we are going to show you how to maybe run your scripting through AI, specifically ChatGPT for you guys. So where to use AI scripting? Okay, so, there's a ladybug. If you see it, oh my gosh, they're like everywhere, by the way. Okay, where to use AI scripting? Really, what you're looking at is scenario for content would be in lead follow-up. This is where we use it. I will be a full disclosure. I don't use ChatGPT for my scripting because I'm a script master. So when you get to my level, I would suggest you use AI scripting for now. I integrate it with our CRM, but I am very customized with my scripting. So I would say use AI scripting until the point where you feel like you don't need it anymore. Use it as a training and coaching development tool. Don't use it as a full-blown replacement. You want to make sure neurologically that you're memorizing your scripts because you're not always going to be behind a computer. And that's the catch-22 I want to just warn you about. You won't always be behind a computer. So we're going to look at scenarios that you want to use AI scripting that we use. Our top 4 areas are lead follow-up, handling any objections. Oh, bugger, sorry. Handling any objections like pricing, timing. It is brilliant for handling objections. I will tell you, really good. Responding to inquiries about listings. Not as good in my opinion, but still good. And setting appointments and follow-ups. I would say pretty good on that too. I would say good. My favorite is really just handling objections. I think the handling of objections is my favorite place to use AI currently. That is it. Everything else, I think is fairly unique and depends how you use it. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys. If you are searching for a CRM, the integrations with ChatGPT right now are in Follow-Up Boss, Chime. Chime is awesome. I like Chime too. I'm a big fan of Chime. So anyway, Follow-Up Boss, Chime, Lion Desk, KV Core, and Boomtown. Okay, so those are the 5 areas that I would say I love using AI. Okay, and if you're using Follow-Up Boss, Follow-Up Boss is known for its lead management. You'd have to use Zapier to attach ChatGPT to it. But when you integrate it, it allows you to connect it for automation like personalized messaging, responding to incoming leads, and follow-up reminders. You can hire a company to do that if you want, but you're going to be paying like $350 a month to hire a company to do it for you every month, like an independent service provider, which some people are like, I'll write that check all day long. But other people, if you're looking to save a buck, which I love to do, because if you don't understand what's happening, I'll be honest with you, my good friend Hank Aving told me this. He was like, when it came to social media, he's like, learn how to do it and you'll be miles ahead. Okay, so Follow-Up Boss, the integration of ChatGPT through Zapier is absolutely awesome. Okay, and here's what you would do. Just go to ChatGPT and ask it how to integrate it and say, give me a step-by-step how to integrate Zapier and ChatGPT Pro into my FUB system the best way possible. It will tell you everything. So don't worry about it. Okay. Chime gives actually AI powerful features. It has smart plans. They're AI oriented. I feel Chime is a lot more further ahead in AI, believe it or not. It's more complex, but I feel like Chime is further ahead. It integrates with ChatGPT, lead nurturing, and client communications. You actually don't need Zapier and all that stuff because it has really good smart plans and the integration is top notch there. So it's really good. Follow-Up Boss, not quite as good in my opinion. Getting better, but definitely Chime is the way to go in my opinion. Lion Desk is really good with Zapier and APIs as well, so that's really good. I would be connecting ChatGPT for automation to responses, lead interaction, and they can do emails and messaging as well. So it's very similar to Follow-Up Boss. KV Core, those of you who are on KV Core, by the way, awesome. Okay, KV Core offers AI-driven lead gen and management features, and through API connections as well, you can integrate ChatGPT, client communication, contents like email and property descriptions. So it's really good. And then Boomtown. Boomtown is a little bit harder to kind of, AI drive all that stuff, but it's really good. So FUB, Chime, and KV Core are probably the three top ones that I would suggest looking at. Again, I prefer Chime significantly, right? Yeah, so Fall Out Boss is life for Steven Sarrazin. It is life for him. But like I said, I mean, you can integrate, you know, the thing with FUB is that you have to use Zapier. Not bad. I don't mind Zapier on it, but it is what it is. Shut up with the Android. Okay, so somebody did that to me today or yesterday. We were doing the race. So we were doing a running race, and I have an Android. There's a story behind it. So anyway, whatever. I'm not allowed buying an iPhone. Anyway, so long story short, everybody was standing in a circle, and I'm the one who took the pictures with my phone. And everybody starts going like this with their phone. They start going like this. They're like, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? They're like, just tap it. And I'm like, okay. And I knew what they were doing. So I tapped it and they're like, oh, it's not working. I'm like, really? Really? They're like, you have an Android? It was like the look of disgust. It was like I was wearing, I don't know, some like dirty clothes or something. I don't know what it was with stains all over it or dirty diaper hanging from my head. It was like, what is that? Anyway, whatever. Okay, get over it. All right, so let's get into it here. Couple things. Basic AI script templates. AI can generate script templates for various interactions. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, lead inquiry follow-ups. I personally really like this. If you tie it into your CRM, we're not going to talk too much about tying it into your CRM, guys, for the simple reason. Yeah, good. See, we are not alone, Android users. All right, AI can generate script templates for lead inquiry follow-ups, objection handling. Again, this is my favorite. Appointment setting is really good. That if you have it tied to your CRM, it can pull automatically the time zone differences and preferences. You would think that that doesn't make a huge difference, but it really, really does. So I love integrating it for that. The key elements of scripting that I want to kind of cover with you guys, when you're creating templates in ChatGPT, focus on essential elements that fix the context of the conversation. These are the key things. I want you to remember something about ChatGPT. You can create, it has to get to know you, and then it has to get to know the client. The biggest downfall about ChatGPT, guys, is that you're not using it to understand you. Remember, artificial intelligence is absolutely brilliant, but it has to get to know you. You can't just go in there and not take the time. You've got to ask it and say, I would like you to know everything. I'd like you to know about me. What information can I give you about me so you can customize scripts for me? It will ask you, are you a successful realtor? How many years in business? It will ask you everything. It's a computer, but it's artificial intelligence, which means it pulls off of data. So you have to set it up just like you would set up, let's say, a smart TV. Okay, a smart TV is smart, but you still have to set the thing up. You have to connect everything first. Okay, you still have to set the passwords and do all the shit with it and tell it where it's going and pick the Wi-Fi connection, all the above. So it's the same shit with ChatGPT. You need to give it everything that about you, and then you also have to do the same. Okay, so when you're creating templates in ChatGPT, I just start by saying, I would like you to start creating my scripting templates for my real estate business. I want to make sure you cover the following areas. Always use greetings, engagement, value proposition, objection handling, CTAs, and closing. It will do that. It will automatically do the following though. So if you only give it the first prompts, it'll create a friendly one, a question statement. It will do all of this. Okay, so you give it the prompts and you just say it once. You don't have to say it every time. Okay, it will remember. Okay, it's really, really interesting. Okay, but ask it to do this first, guys. That's what you want to lay it up for. Variability for personalization is really important. You need to customize ChatGPT. Okay, it is very, very, very obvious, those of you who don't customize it. Like, very obvious. Okay, like, as obvious as the fact that I'm an Android user. Scripts can include placeholders for variability of names, property details, market insights, and client-specific needs. If you're using a smart CRM, like we noted, make sure your notes and all the information are in there. ChatGPT goes into the client name and profile. If I connect it to all that, I can say, Marianne Gillespie, is buying a house, like blah, blah, blah. And I'll have all the properties. You can tie everything. Smart CRMs are the way to go, by the way. Okay, so get out of the Excel sheets if you're using them, but it can actually pull up, if you have a client, and that client's seen 16 properties and it's recorded which properties are in there. If you do the buyer consult and you upload the buyer consult into your CRM, the more information you give it on a client, the more your scripts are going to kick the living pants out of things. It's where you're going to lose if you have a smart CRM is if you're not utilizing it. If you're not connecting everything and you're not updating your notes and updating your records, which most of you are. When I go into FUB, you want to see, everything you can about that individual. You want to upload all the information there so that you're constantly updating it. So when it writes a script, it's personalized. It will blow you out of the water. If your records aren't updated, your scripting is going to be generalized, and ChatGPT will just do a generalized script, but you can literally pull it out this way. It's incredible. So where the future is going with this, by the way, guys, is AI is going to take over all your CRMs. I mean, if you haven't seen it yet, that's where it's going to go. You no longer are going to have to worry about, AI is going to automatically, it's already doing it, but AI is going to be like, hey, Marianne, just giving you a heads up. We noticed that, Bob, who you sold the house to 3 months ago, or 3 years ago, or 30 years ago, or 10 years ago, we noticed that Bob, went back into your CRM and he's starting to look at things. You may want to reach out to him. Like AI is going to take over those CRMs. So the biggest mistakes that you're doing now is you're not putting the information in there. Okay, so I'm talking like, even if you have a purchase and sale agreement, have your assistant upload it into your smart CRM. All the details of the house are going to be there. Whatever they bought on MLS, make sure you have the MLS listing number or whatever the case is and upload that there as well. Just upload the document. Like there's no such thing. I would have a student legit, a summer job. I would just be like, here you go. Or a Christmas job or whatever the case is. I'd be like, upload all this shit and extra knowledge. Everything you can put in your CRM per client is going to be very valuable information probably 2 years from now. It's the agents who aren't putting that information in there that are going to really struggle with that stuff, okay? So, and don't get overwhelmed. Baby steps, okay? Right now, just baby steps. That's all you got to worry about, okay? So, leverage data-driven responses. For ChatGPT, it can incorporate data-driven. So I'll give you an example of this as well. You want to be throwing into your ChatGPT your market trends. Okay, so your real estate board stats that get printed every month, your ChatGPT is your AI. I want you to remember that. It's your AI. Or if you use Charlie or whatever AI system that you use, there's some really great ones that are superior to ChatGPT. I'm only referencing ChatGPT because it is what it is. Okay, but what you really want to look at too is you want to look at the fact that take every month, you're seeing it here. If I work the Burlington real estate market, every freaking month, again, you may want to hire a student for this, take those stats and load them in and be like, hey, just loading in the Burlington stats for September. Here you go. Boom. You can cut and paste the shit in there. It doesn't matter. Like, you really doesn't matter. Okay. Now, again, you want AI to get to know you. So if you have YouTube content or other content, you want to get to know it. But if you're not uploading your real estate board stats into ChatGPT every single month, it's going to suffer. It's going to take you way longer to do market trends. There's something really, and I know I'm going off topic here because I'm absolutely like, I love this shit. I've been studying AI for years. I just don't do enough talking about it because I don't want you to just, I don't want you to think I'm that, fabulous at everything. But anyway, so the market trends, like one of the things that we look at is to have the ability to be at a listing presentation or at your open house. Or if you're sitting there in the middle of writing offers and you've got your screen shared, I want you to be able to open your ChatGPT and be like, oh, okay, so you don't want to accept this offer. Well, here you go. If you have all the client's data, the geo warehouse, everything, the client's purchase sale, whatever you have in FUB of this person, okay, this listing client, and then you have, let's say, Burlington, I'll use, housing market data for the past, year in there, and it's all in there, then all you have to do is say, okay, let me just put this in and let's kind of look at this. We got an offer of this and for Bob and Sue. Is this a good offer? Okay, you got to be careful, okay, because it might say no. But anyway, so learn how to use it. But 99% of the time, it will come up with something absolutely brilliant. It will be like, yeah, this is a great offer for Bob and Sue based on blah, blah, blah. Or if you don't want to do it in real time, which I love, RIT, in real time, then what you can do is you're at your office and you're like, shit, like how am I going to get these guys to sign this offer? And it's very easy. Type it in, boom, boom, boom. I got an offer on Bob and Sue's place, blah, 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 blah. Here's the offer price, da, 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 da. Go through my FUB, boom. It'll extract all the information, the showings it's had, everything, blah, blah, blah. It will shock you when you see what it can do, okay? But then you ask it, give me a script to work with them because they are going to give you pushback on the pricing. And then boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's just mind-blowing, okay, what it can do for you, okay? Comparable properties, basically similar properties that have recently sold, blah, 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 all the above, okay? Using a conversational flow, ChatGPT is going to start, sorry, I see a question here, right, Sylvia? Yeah. Let me tell you something. I go to conferences a lot and everybody's trying to sell courses and things like that. Look, we're going to give stuff to our clients and this one's open to the public. So there's a lot more of you who aren't in our coaching system. But one of the things that we like to really look at is use that, quite often we're using it for our own personal usage. What I like to use ChatGPT for is, again, if you're not putting into ChatGPT, you got to feed it the info. The more you feed it the info, the smarter it becomes. And that's really what we're looking at with ChatGPT is how smart can it get, okay? So very, very important. So here's an example, post open house, because, it's a Sunday fun day. So the realtor's following up with a lead after an open house. Here's the 7 steps, okay, that I outlined to you before. So it's already programmed in my system. This I deleted. I said, pretend you're not me, just go, because mine is like way more advanced than this. So what you're going to get is, it will give you the whole thing. Greeting. Hi, this is Marianne, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you have a smart CRM, you can literally, there is AI now. I'm not going to freak you out. You can take the script, upload it into the smart CRM, and AI will do the dialing for you. Okay, so AI will do the dialing for you. Let me see if I have the one that's doing it now. Let me just see here. 1 second. I may have it. There is a name. I may have it. It may be on my other, I think it's on my other computer. It's possible it's on my other computer. I think it's on my other computer. Yeah, here we go. And it is, let's see here. No. Yeah, I don't have it on here. Word reference. No, I don't have it on here. So I'll definitely put it up later. But we have, there's AI now that that you can incorporate into this that will do the actual calls for you. And that one's, I think, $200 a month. So anyway, so introduction to the purpose. Want to follow up with you after you visit open house on 123 Main Street last weekend. Hope you found the property as appealing as I do. Do you have any questions about the home or the neighborhood? Blah, blah, blah. Value proposition. The home is highly sought after area of properties like this. They tend to go fast. Backyard is newly renovated. Kitchen area highlights, especially at this price point. What it's teaching you, and I was talking to somebody today, a wonderful guy, Chris, today, and we were talking about AI and all of the above. And the reason why so many people are struggling right now is they don't know how to sell. And that's a big issue right now. This will teach you how to do it. Would I use this script? I would say it's better than no script. Okay, it's definitely better than no script. But you have to remember is that, again, if you're looking, it covers the key points, 1 to 7, right? So it's like it covers the key points and it's like, boom. If you're looking at it, it'll give you that knowledge to say, oh, shoot, I've got to do a greeting, introduction of the purpose. Most of you are only calling and you're not actually following any flow. So this is a good milestone for a lot of you who are struggling with scripting to really say, if you give it the prompts and you give it a little bit of background, it'll work for you, okay? It'll work great because most of you are stopping at maybe number 2, and then it's like you're forgetting all the rest. So it also will teach you how to do it, which is great. So here is a really interesting one. It's an objection handler. As I said to you, I'm pretty huge on objection handling with AI. So taking a look and just saying, in a template, this is a template that we created. You want to acknowledge it. I totally understand that you're feeling, so the person wants to wait for the market to cool down. So I understand that you're feeling cautious about the market, especially with everything happening right now. However, what we've been seeing is that home prices in the area have been stable and they're expected to grow. Oh, by the way, I programmed this for a very specific area. So that's what it's pulling from. However, we've been seeing is that the home prices in this area have been stable and are expected to grow by about 4% over the next 6 months. So waiting might mean higher prices later. And if you're ready now, we could potentially look at a great deal while interest rates are favorable. Would you be open to exploring homes that may not be on your radar yet? Like those that are slightly under your budget but have room for upgrades, you know? So if they say, yeah, great, then let's sit down and look at your options. It makes sense to really, you know, move forward before the prices increase. So when would be a good time to meet? Okay, so that is a great objection handling flow. I'm a script master, and I would say for 90% of you, this is going to be a nice flow. You want to customize it a little bit later, and I'm going to show you that. But I think the flow of this is just gangbuster. It's really, really nice. When we talk about personalization, okay, this is what I refer to. Okay, AI gives a strong foundation, but if you just took that script, it's not personalized. The personalization of AI is going to close your deals. That's what you have to remember about scripting with AI. Do not just use the generic shit. You can see at the bottom, an example is this property has a great layout. If I give it a little more customization, it would say something like this. This home has the open floor plan you've been looking for. Perfect for hosting your family gatherings. Okay? You want to know something even more cool? You're going to shit yourself when you hear this one. Please don't, though. It's a Sunday night. We want to keep it clean. If you are good, okay, so what we did with ours is I'm a DISC coach. And so those of you who know DISC, it's behavioral profiling. Okay, this is the game changer that those of you who joined us on this Sunday evening. I took the DISC profiles and we profile every single person that we work with. And what I do is I take the DISC profile and I uploaded it and I said, I want you to remember that we use DISC. And I said, here's the DISC profiles. And I said, pull any other information that you know about DISC. I said as well. And when I tell you somebody's profile, I would like you to customize the scripts to that profile. It's amazing. Amazing. Okay, so that's one of the key things that you don't ever hear in scripting is that we try to really coach our clients on scripting to the different DISC profile. Well, I'm a super high D. That's why most of the stuff that comes in through me in ChatGPT, I'm like, WTF? Like, are you kidding me? You are not seriously sending me a ChatGPT. Like, I call it in a day, and my clients love it. They start laughing, and they're like, how did you know? I'm like, how did you know? Okay, I coach you. I'm like, I'm a super ultra high D. I get shit done. I love short sentences. Look how fast I'm moving through all this content. I mean, it's fairly obvious that I'm a high D. And I said to everybody, I said, but when you send me an email and the email starts off as, hi, Marianne, hope you're having a great day. I know that you're using ChatGPT. Nobody talks to me like that. It's usually just like, they don't even say, hi, Marianne. It's like, to the point. So the point is that when you can take AI and you can give it things like the DISC profile, if you know how to profile a customer, which most of our clients do, we show them how. If you know how to do the rapid profiling and you embed DISC into your actual ChatGPT, it will blow you out of the water, like out of the water, okay? So watch for that because it's absolutely fucking brilliant, okay? But it will give you also, it builds trust in understanding your client's unique needs. So if you have a client that is absolutely, let's say, I don't know, let's say you have a client going through a divorce, right? And you know, that client is super, super nervous about buying their first house on their own. You need to tell ChatGPT that. You need to personalize it a little bit. It will do remarkable things with it. Okay, so whatever details you can, very important. Your communication will stand out, and then personalization increases response rates and client engagement. If you're not getting a lot from AI in response rate and engagements when it's writing the scripts for you, that's usually because you just haven't given enough information. I wouldn't use it, to be very honest with you, if you're not going to put all the stuff in there that we talked about, if you're not putting the board stats, if you're not, you know, if you want to go R level and you want to start DISC putting behavior profiles in there and dropping shit down on there, let me tell you something, it's unbelievable what it can do for you. Like you'll be off your rockers just going, this is the best shit I've ever seen, right? Just really looking at it, you know, super easy. You can even be like, you know what? like what we do is we take the economic reports from all the banks. So we take BMO, RBC, TD economic reports, and we load everything. So every time they're updated, which they just were, by the way, amazing reports. We'll be sharing them this week with our clients. But anyway, we take all the reports from the economics every time they're updated and we load them into ChatGPT. So there's a section of our ChatGPT that is specifically, it's one of the best economics people in the industry, because we've taken all the reports and we're like, give us the rundown. You know what, based on all the information you're seeing, what do you think this means for Canadian real estate or American real estate? Because we have both of them, and it's almost completely accurate. Like, it's crazy. So then you can actually do a script that says, you know what, how would I use this information and create the perfect script? So this is what you would use it for. Take all the information and create the perfect script to use for a video on social media under 1 minute. And that video needs to encourage first-time home buyers to get into the market in the next 90 days. Let me tell you something, mind-blowing what you'll get. It won't be as good if you just said, dear ChatGPT, you know my profile, you know I'm in the Burlington market. Can you do me a favor, create a great script that blah, blah. It will do a good job, but your engagement and response rate will be very low, okay? It won't be very high. It'll certainly be good content and it'll be productive, but it's not going to be nearly as productive as the person who says, taking all the economic reports, throwing them into ChatGPT, giving it the information. It's like food. You're giving it something to eat, okay? And it's going yum, 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 yum. And then it's going, yes. And then so we take that and then we say, you know, do the content 1 minute, first-time home buyers based on what you're seeing. And it will pull stuff that would have probably taken you 10 years to really figure out. And it'll tell you, it'll be like, here's the script that we want you to use. Boom, now do the video. Equally, if you're sitting there, you're like, I'm doing, you know, I've got to do all my phone calls to renters, create a script with those 7 foundational. Remember, you do not ever have to tell it again. When you give those 7 foundations and say, anytime I ask you for a script, please use these 7 foundations. It'll just do that for you. And then you say, please create a script. I'm going to be calling, you know, first-time home buyers, and I need a script, you know, that's very easy to use with them based on this data from the economic reports. Okay. Very, very amazing what you can use it for as far as that goes. But again, going from generic to the actual customized personalization is the difference between those two. Okay. And it's very, very impressive what you can do with it. What is it? Sorry, Samantha, I'm going to just take a look here. Right? Samantha, it is off the hook. When I tell you, like I said, the disc stuff is crazy. When I like, the disc stuff is absolutely off the chart. It's like, you know what? And I'm just like, at some point I'm going, this is just the most incredible. But when you have, if you're sitting there on the fence over, like, so many people have CRMs and you're paying so much money for all these additional things, right? And it's like, and you're looking at them, oh yeah, you know what, Marcy, this changed my life too. It's like, it's a consistent flow of things. And when you're seeing things like this go, it's absolutely unbelievable. Right? So when you're taking the disc and then you're taking the data, but so many people are using CRMs, but they're not using them the way that you can actually use them at the highest level. A great script, you can even ask it and say, I will be leaving a voicemail and need a script that is powerful based on, like, we know the rates are going down this week, right? I mean, like, if you don't know the rates are going down this week, or, you know, or if you don't think they are, then you're living in a rock, and I want to live under that rock with you, because sometimes, you know, it's nice to not to not worry. But anyway, so if you're looking at, you know, again, if you're looking at great scripting and you're looking at the rates dropping down this week, the generic script, the generic ChatGPT will be you just typing in, I need a script. Again, it will know the 7 elements. I need a script to do like a 1 minute video for social media based on the rates dropping down in Canadian real estate this week. And it will take it and it'll be like, okay, whatever. Again, if you haven't put your local real estate board statistics in there, you're getting generic shit, right? So feed the system. Give it everything. Take the time and upload the reports. I'm going to be giving you content I'm on my real estate market for the last 7 months. I'd like you to just store it and use it when applicable. Thank you. That's it. Okay, that's it. right? And then when you do it and you say this week, you're like, hey, I would like you to use the reports from my real estate market and the fact that the rates just went down, plus the economic reports that I shared with you from all the banks. And I'd like you to give me, an idea of an amazing 1-minute video that I could do with a script to follow that would really encourage people to get out and list and buy at this time. Mind blowing what it'll do for you guys. Mind blowing. That's how I know ChatGPT isn't being used at the highest level, or customization on scripting, which is why we're covering this today, is because I think a lot of people are sitting there just going, you can see it. The content has it's all over the place. And it's so it's very generic content, which tells me a lot of people aren't loading the stuff in. So it's so you've got to really use it at a high level. Okay. That's super, super, super important. Okay. Understanding your client needs. I'm going to be moving into ChatGPT in just a second, as we're not staying on very long today. I wanted to get this out. It's 7 o'clock at night. I don't need to keep you till 10 o'clock. Okay. Except for my Hawaiian clients and my Hawaiian clients, my BC clients, all you guys, it's a little bit earlier. So thank you. Bullet points on understanding your client's needs. Use your CRM to pull client preferences and past interactions, okay? Ask the key questions during showings to uncover the must-haves. You've heard me talk about buyers, the 5, 5, and 5. 5 must-haves, 5 would like to have, 5 dream lists. If you put that content into your CRM, it will pull the content. It's incredible. It's incredible that it'll do that. It will literally say, so my ChatGPT knows that we do the 5, 5, and 5, but also my CRM, okay, also uses the 5, 5, and 5, right? So it's absolutely brilliant. So it'll go into the actual clients because it's all of that together. So it'll go into the client's profile because it's all tied. And it'll just be boom. Let's say Steven is one of my clients. It'll say, let's say it has all 5 of his must-haves. It'll be hey, Steven, you know what? Listen, I just want to let you know, why you want to put a good offer in is because this meets all of the 5 criteria. Remember you said this and this. It'll do all of the communication for you. So the more you give it and the more you feed your CRM, again, it's food. Chomp, chomp, chomp. You don't give it stuff. You're this Zoom tonight is worth 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, $200,000. Okay, it's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars because many of you are using it generic. And if you just do a few of the things that we've actually just said to put into there, your scripts that will pop out of it. I'm not going to tell you all about the coolest trend right now is to ask it what it knows about you. I mean, it's really good. It'll boost your ego. It's really awesome. Just to say, hey, based on the information that I haven't told you, or based on the information that you can find and what you know about my search history, tell me something I don't know about myself. Well, it tells you everything. You're just amazing. You're the best. You can conquer the world. I'm honestly, it was really nice. But the point is that I'm not going to tell you everything, all these wacky prompts and stuff. What I'm telling you is really tie it to your CRM. And if you don't have a CRM, that's okay. But what I would do is I would create just a G Drive folder and then just attach the G Drive when you're referring to the client. So those of you who do not have a smart CRM, I don't want you all going and buying Follow Up Boss or Chime or anything like that. I don't want you doing that yet. Okay, so what I'd like you guys to do is just take your stuff, or KV Core, or whatever the case is, take your content wherever it is in Google Drive and just load it in. Just load it in and just do it that way. And just be hey, based on this client, I'd like you to design a script that way. But there's nothing wrong with that. Those of you who have teams, instead of, one thing I was telling somebody the other day is I said, if you're using one account, makes it a little difficult, but not impossible. I like to use just one account, have one email, create an email for the team, and then basically have everybody log in under one email. And I feel that's way better for me. Okay, so I like to do it that way, is to have a team account and then everybody uses it. The only thing is there is a search history. So if somebody goes in and searches something nasty, which somebody did on our team, by the way, they forgot to delete their search. So anyway, so needless to say, I know a little bit more about that team member than necessary. So anyway, they fixed it. They fixed it. I didn't read the details. Come on, that's like opening a private email. All right, AI can help track client activity, like which listings they viewed and what inquiries they made. So I don't know if you guys know, but Zillow is going to be attaching to FUB, and FUB is going to be, obviously they're integrating the AI with it. So if you really want to watch that whole big conglomerate of Zillow going into FUB, very dangerous what's about to happen there, but it'll be very cool to see. They're going to be able to, so Zillow is going to use FUB and all the AI technology of ChatGPT. It's all going to be embedded. So as soon as people are looking at views and properties and stuff like that, which you can see in most of your online applications, it's going to be able to say, hey, Marianne, FYI, so-and-so's looked at 3 properties in the last, now a lot of technology does that already, but scripting wise, you can program it so that it will have automatic scripting templates. So that's the other thing with the with the CRMs. You can ask if you need to know how to create a standard template for the smart CRMs that we showed you at the beginning. Then you just have to say, I like this open house template for my team. Please create the script and the template and make sure that it gets, run on all of our open house leads that come through. And the other thing you have to remember is you can target it, not to freak you guys out so much because there's so many layers. That's why we're just covering entry layer right now. We'll cover more later, not today, but on a later date. What you want to do is, for example, if you have the AI communicators, right? So like RCa, for example, or whoever, there's about 16 companies now that are all doing it very cheap and excellent, by the way. If you're using that type of technology, you can create the scripting template for RCa and all of the other ones that are out there right now. That's what I would do, okay? Because again, it won't work well if it's generically done. So again, the more information you give ChatGPT, if it's creating the script templates for you, the more information, don't go running out and do it. Make sure you get the data in there, then allow it to create it. Okay, very important not to do it backwards. Okay, so give it the food and then allow it, and then ask it, do you need to know anything else about my market? Do you need to know anything else about this? What information? Ask it. What information do I need to make sure I always have in order to have the best scripts out there? And then what will happen if you're doing an open house? So a lot of teams right now, they're not following up after open houses. Well, you can use the RCa and all the technology now that will do the calls, create your scripting templates, create a template, have your admin create a template specific for open house follow-up, and then allow that to AI to pull all the information of that house. And then any of your team that submits records, it's very important that they put the records in to Follow Boss post open house. And if they're good at disc profiling, they can be like, boom, in the notes, they can be like, high D client, perfect. Here's the top needs that they want. Boom. They're not working with a realtor yet, and they wouldn't book an appointment because they said the partner is not with them and they need to check their schedule. And the person, if you're doing forward, like we asked you to, put family occupational records, put the information in there. They can do it all in a document, put the document in FUB, okay? They don't have to manually do it all. That's too much. They can put it in there, boom, and then basically have your template running. If those of you are advanced, if you're following, have the template running, and then the RCa and all that can actually use that information to create a better script. You just have to get the template, but then you have to make sure that it's pulling the information from your smart CRM. And then you're going to see your conversion go through the roof. Like, it'll be mind-blowing what you can see with this kind of stuff. It's absolutely remarkable. Or if you're like me and you have a little bit of distrust with AI, because I am always, it's very, AI is amazing, but at the end of the day, can you replicate this? Like, really? However, we gave our ChatGPT, we gave it access to all of our YouTube channel. So we upload all of we just said, here's all our YouTube videos to get to know me better. And it really did a good job. So if you're heavy on YouTube content or video content and you upload it all in there, you're going to be like, holy shit, it's remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. It'll get to know your profile and it will customize scripts like you. Okay, so very important. Also focus on client-specific elements like budget, lifestyle, family needs, and preferred neighborhoods. Again, this is the information that you have to really look at. The lifestyle is script for someone with a lifestyle who's downsizing versus somebody who's buying their first house, somebody who's getting divorced, somebody who's relocating, totally freaking different. Budget, very important. Okay, so this is going to force agents like yourselves or those of you who own teams, it's going to force you guys to get way better at knowing your clientele. The difference is generic versus customized. This is ChatGPT 101 versus kicking the pants off of things. Okay, the more customized you can make it, it means the more your agents are able to really understand your client needs, the more the scripting that it'll pull out will be effective. And what does that mean? That means like if your team is struggling booking appointments, you need to kind of say, okay, well, what, are we utilizing stuff like this? Are we creating scripting templates for our agents? You can create 100 of them in here. You can put a section and have a whole G drive saying, here's all our scripting templates, all done. Very, very easy to do. Simple as that. But the more customized you give it, the more information you give it, the more effective you're going to see. So example, you know what? I see you've been browsing properties with large backyards. This home has one of the best, in the area. Okay, you can pull off of your CRM. It's crazy, 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 crazy good. Okay, so let me go into here. Boom, boom. Sorry, we're going to show you something in a second. Okay, boom. Okay, so if you're looking at, modifying the script tones, this is the next thing. If you are not a disc person and you don't know how to profile, then match the tone of the client's communication. So make sure that you do this, because this is how I catch most ChatGPT scripts, okay? Is it formal, casual, or friendly? It's a very different script, but you have to tell it. Formal would be like, I'd be happy to assist you in any way possible. Casual, I'm here to help. Just let me know how I can assist. Keep it professional, but add personality to make it relatable, okay? ChatGPT has no personality unless you give it. Okay, you got to give it your personality, but then you also have to give it your consumer personality. Okay, so I was just talking to somebody tonight who's going to talk to one of their team members, and I didn't have a chance to talk to them about it. But you want to create a script that you could use it to create that conversation that we said to have with your team member, because the person's on here. Anyway, if you create ChatGPT and you take your personality and you put that person's personality in there and say, this is the challenges I'm overcoming, I would like a script to help me open up the dialogue. This is the outcome I'd like, and I'd like a call to action on it as well. And I'd like it to be casual, but I would like a tone of keeping it professional. It will create the whole conversation that you really need to have with it, and then obviously customize it more. So I'm going to show you on the slide here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let us see. And if I can pull it up, then we're good. Okay. Before I pull up my ChatGPT, I'm going to do the last slide here. Actually, there's 2 slides, so we'll do that. Okay. So again, generic sounds like this, okay? So I'll say like AI generates general statement. Your job is to make it specific to a client. So referencing things like amenities, schools, or property features that you know are valuable to a client. Again, you've got to put that in your CRM, but you got to also let them know that. So this shows you're paying attention to their needs. Generic would be, this home is in a great area. That's how I know that you're using ChatGPT. But customized is saying, this home is just 10-minute walk from the top-rated school you mentioned was important for your kids. That's the difference. Okay, so if somebody is moving to a school district, you need to put that in your CRM or your G Drive with the client details and information. Okay, know your clients. Key thing, man, know your clients. If you don't know your clients, you are poo-pooing things, okay? Personalizing names and preferences. Using their name in the greeting, it's simple but effective. Reference specific preferences they shared, style, location, price. AI can remind you of the details, but you have to inject your personal touches into it to make it feel natural. We're going to show you on a slide. Hello, thank you for your inquiry. That's an AI script, okay? Customization is, hi, Sarah, I remember you said natural light was important to you. This home has large windows in every room. How does AI know that? It can extract data. Okay, you don't even have to worry about that one. Okay, all you have to do is put the MLS listing on there, and AI is so smart right now that there's an application, an AI application that can take it can go into your follow-up boss if you put all the criteria that somebody's looking for, and it can go with your MLS system, and it can extract their searches, and it will go through, let's say, their top 5 priorities, and it can go into the virtual tours that are attached to those listings. And it will go through all the virtual tours. It will send an email to the client and say, hey, Sarah, here's your top 3. virtual tours. It won't even send the listing. Say, here's the virtual tours to the top 3 listings that I extracted for you. And here's what I did. I put highlight words under the most important points of that video that match your top criteria. AI is so advanced right now that you can't even imagine. So I'm just giving you the easy shit today. Wait till you see what's coming. Get on the bandwagon, but don't let it consume you. Okay, please don't let this become a full-time job. Bullet points on this one, and I'm going to take you into the slide in a second. AI generated scripts save time, but they need your expertise. Okay, we're going to walk through how to take a script and make your own. We're going to look at a basic script. And so, for example, on the slide, thank you for your inquiry about 123 Main Street. The home has a spacious layout in a great neighborhood. Okay, that's what AI will spit out. That's how I know it's AI. Customization, yeah, very, very good. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for reaching out about 123 Main Street. It's located just 5 minutes from the park you love, and the spacious open concept layout is perfect for your growing family. Super cool. Okay. Have a balance of human versus AI. AI is a powerful tool for time saving and generating basic scripts. You're the expert, so make sure you feed it the knowledge of the client personalization. Okay, if you don't have all that stuff and you're not putting it in here, you'll get generalized, okay? AI can handle repetitive tasks, but your human touch closes the deals. Always remember that when people freak out and they go, AI is going to rule the world. I understand that, but your human touch closes the deals. Focus on building relationships, not just sending scripts, okay? And I'll show you a script in a second. So for example, AI, I'd like to set up a time to talk more about the property. That makes me sad. Customize. Hi, Alex. I'd love to chat further about this home. Let's find a time that works best for you. Okay. Super, super important. Okay. I'm going to take you into ChatGPT. I'm going to show you one that I did. Let's figure that out. Let's get that done. All right. Let's grab this here. And I will show you something on ChatGPT that I did. Let me see if it's up here. And then I'm going to show you how I did this one. Fingers crossed that it loads. All right, good. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so here's what I did. Okay, I'll show you how to use it. Okay, and I just got a question in here, so I'm just going to answer it. I would use Nayaki, I would say use ChatGPT Pro, the paid version. Okay, so use the paid version. Too many people don't use the paid version. And I would say it's the best investment ever. Okay, so I would just do that and I would use the paid version. Okay, so taking a look at where I've got you. Here's what I did. This is a really good example. Okay, and this will be our last example, and then I got to put everybody to bed because it's like getting late. Okay, so I said, I have a real estate client. I'm a realtor. They have given me the objection of selling their home in Burlington, Ontario, that they will wait until the spring if they don't get their price. What information do you need to create a script that'll help me get a price adjustment and not have them wait for spring? So then it says here, I can create that for you. I need these details. Boom. Okay, I will create it. So I said, okay. I said, here's all the stuff. I said, here's the Burlington stats. And I cut and pasted. I didn't upload the real stats. I just cut and pasted the basic shit, okay? This is like terrible. But anyway, I would suggest like going all board. I had to scrap the AI, just so you know, I had to make sure like I had to scrap my profile and use a different AI because it would have pulled up all the stats because I have them all there for my clients and stuff. As a coach, that's what I do. Surprise. Anyway, so here's the scoop. So I put it all here, boom, boom, boom. I said, here's some information. I said prices, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Their properties is detached, 1.4, listed for 3 months, 100K too high because it's a little dated. They are downsizing, kids has left the house, properties need some adjustments because it's dated. That's all I have. Here's what it did for the script. Tell me this isn't good. And this is basic. Here's a tailored script to address your client's objection and encourage a price adjustment without waiting to the spring. Opening statement. Hey, Marianne, I want to have a quick conversation about the market, how it might impact things. It might impact the timing of your sale. I know you're considering waiting until the spring if you don't get your price, but there's a few things I want us to consider right now. I understand that 1.4 million is the price that you guys really want to get, especially since you've lived here for years and invested in this home. However, the market in Burlington is currently favoring buyers right now. We're seeing prices trend down for the past 4 months, and homes similar to yours are taking longer to sell, or they're seeing those adjustments. In September, the average benchmark pricing in Burlington dropped actually to 831, which is already down from last year. So buyers are becoming more optimistic as interest rates ease, but they're also more selective because of the increase in inventory. So right now we have 5 months of supply in the market, meaning buyers have a lot of choices, and that's keeping the prices down. If we wait until spring, there's a chance that more properties are going to come on the market, which could mean even more competition and potentially lower prices. We've already been on the market for 3 months, and the home is about 100K above what buyers are expecting due to conditions. I don't want to see us miss out on the current momentum we're starting to see in sales prices. By adjusting the price now, we can tap into the buyers who are re-entering the market with the rate cuts next week. It already knew that. A price reduction will also attract more attention, and I'm confident with some small staging updates, we can get offers that are competitive with market conditions. And our goal is really to move you to the next chapter, Sarah. We want downsizing and enjoy that freedom. So ultimately, waiting this spring could result in more downward pressure on prices, and I'd hate for you guys to have to adjust the price more later. Let's position you competitively now and take advantage. What do you think? Holy shit, is that good? Let's have a little fun with this, okay? Can you watch this? Maybe I can do this. Can you customize this? It's not my chat GPT, so this script as it would be for a high D disc behavioral profile. Let's see what it does. It's not mine, so we'll see. Look at this shit. Is this so fun? Okay, look at this. Boom. Hi, Marianne. Let's cut to the chase. We've been on the market for 3 months at 1.4 million. It hasn't sold because it's too high. I know you've mentioned waiting until the spring, but I want to lay out why that's not the best move if we're focused on getting results. I understand you want top dollar. I'm here to get you possible outcome. However, the market isn't waiting for us. Right now, the market in Burlington favors buyers. Okay, so I'm just not going to read that to you. But let me tell you something. I love this script. I'm a high D. That other script made me want to cry. Okay, so take what is even happening? Right? So here's the thing. It's like boom. It's like you didn't even have to give it the disc stuff. It pulled it up. Waiting to spring could cost you more money. More homes will hit the market, more competition, possibly lower prices. Do you really want to be chasing the market down? Right now, we're about 100K too high, and just the price now can attract serious buyers. Let me tell you something. That's the script that dreams are made of. Okay? That's the script that dreams are made of, right? So question, yes, Sylvia, ask the question. But here's the thing. It's like this is the key point to the scripting we're using ChatGPT. Why are we just doing basic stuff? Load it in, know your customer, bum, 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 whole 9 yards. And then you can really create this, learn how to talk to your consumers better. But if you talk to me like this, I'm a high D. This works. If you use this script, I would be like, holy shit. Okay, but I'm a high D. This is amazing. The benchmark price in Burlington, boom. Let's not waste time. I'm confident. Boom. You got to know your shit, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, Sylvie, when you're putting in the disc, don't you close with what they're low on? So, for example, they should be low D if you want to use it. Low D for you to use it? I'm a little confused here. When you're putting in the disc, don't you close with what they're low on? No, I go with what they're high on. So you can only lead, you lead with one, a DIS or C, right? So you lead with one. Okay, so if you don't know disc, you are either, up here, down, left, right? So if you're outspoken and, kind of loud like me, you're either a D or an I. If you're quiet and reserved, you're either a C or an S. Majority of your clients will be an S if you want to know the truth, okay? No. I thought you would close by completed them. So FYI, you might be low on C. No, I'm doing it to them. So basically, I wanted a script. I think you got confused because I was saying I would love this. If this was done for me, yes, exactly. So if this was done for me, I'm a high D. Okay, so as a high D, this script was beautiful. Okay, so, and it pulls the behavior beautifully. You will almost guarantee that you would win with a script like this for me. Okay, so that's how I'm doing it. Yeah. It affects exactly. I do not want to use disc. Like if I'm a high D, I'm working with an S, I'm going to make sure I customize the script for the S, not me as the D. But if you were to use this script on me as a high D, I would be all over it. Okay, so that's the key thing that you want to use. Okay, makes sense? Good, we got it. Great question though. Okay, guys, I got to jump. It's Sunday night. I cannot keep you any longer. Take your shit that you learned tonight. Love it, live it, give it a shot. You got it, everybody.